So check it out. Here's kind of a little project I Frank and Marx together and ended up with a pretty nice little handcar. I found this at the Williamsport show, and the shell is unbroken. The little ends there are all intact, and the men came with it. But interestingly, the handle was broken. So I found another one on eBay that had a good handle, but everything else was pretty well broken, except it did also have a good armature in it, which this one didn't. The interesting thing about these is, usually if the wiring's fried, the armature is good. It means that the armature, the wiring is what went, and that's why they quit working. Where a lot of times if the wiring is good, that means the armature went. So on this one, it had pretty decent wiring. One of the things I did do, though, was, I'll show you with this one, the two wires from the pickups are soldered right here. I unsoldered them, and then I took these little shrink tubes and I covered each one of the wires that go to the pickups. That kind of helps make them last, because the wires get worn and then touch the axles and melt, and you can see the little shrink tubes on each one up in there. And that's an easy way to make sure that the wiring will last a long time, because Marx really kind of skimped on there and made it a little bit thin. But we're going to take it for a spin, and it runs really good. Now, the armature from the one that I got from eBay that was all broken up was good, and the armature that was originally in this one was bad. So here we go. We'll take it for a spin. If we find the right transformer, I guess that's this one. There we go. Runs really smooth. Just had to carefully pop the pump handle out of the one I got from eBay and put it in this one. Can't really see a whole lot, so I'm just going to pick the camera up and we'll kind of follow it around. See, it has a really smooth running armature in it. And I put new brushes in it too. That really helps a lot. Clean up the wheels and clean up the pickups. These are a little more highly sought after. I think they're a little more rare, and I think they're even rarer are the ones that have the yellow men. Or maybe the red ones all came with yellow men, and I don't know. Somebody will straighten me out on that, but I know to find one of these unbroken is a little more rare than usual. So I was just happy to get it. I see these going for like $50, $60 on eBay if they're in good shape. Sometimes even more. So as you can see, it runs really good now, and it's all original parts. About the only thing that's not original are the shrink tubes I showed you. And also, I used a screw to hold the pump handle in rather than a rivet. And that way I can just take the screw out if I ever have to work on it. So we'll just set it back down here and try not to whack anything as it comes around. Gotta move the camera out of the way. There we go. So for about $15 I was able to put a pretty nice version of this together, and it runs good. Happy to have it, add it to the collection. And so we'll just as I said, I'm just glad to have one that's unbroken. It's the first one I've run into that has all the tabs on it. So thanks again for watching. God bless. Never forget, Jesus is Lord, and Merry Christmas.